errand day, as Briar said. We've got a lot of stuff behind the scenes that has to happen. So we thought it would be kind of fun to take a video and let you guys join along the way. We've got a list of things to do, and most of this stuff you will not even see on camera normally. So we're like, yeah, come around, come see what we got going on. As you can see, the shop is packed full because it's been so cold out here that we've been just packing stuff in here to try and keep it from like freezing basically. So as you can see, Briar has got a chain in his hand. We're about to go get an engine and transmission for a project that's been going on behind the scenes since like summer.
Yeah, June.
Briar has been working on something in his shop class that we've been trying to get going. So we're gonna go get an engine for a car, a transmission for a car, go look at a project car that we're potentially gonna buy, and then go pick up one that I've already bought. Come on, let's go have some fun. We got the truck and trailer hooked up because we gotta go get an engine first thing this morning. We had a nice freeze last night. It got down to about 6 with a wind chill of -5, but the old Ram started up like a charm. Stop number 1. We've got to go about 20 or so minutes to pick up this engine. So again, behind the scenes, we'll show the car. It's a 1957 Oldsmobile that our high school shop teacher, his grandfather actually owned. So he got it, he's trying to fix it. The original engine was shot, so the best and most affordable option right now is to put a small block Chevy in it with an overdrive transmission. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I've been working out a deal. I sold 2 cars, and this guy had this engine and transmission to throw in with it. So it all kind of works out eventually. But anyway, we're going to go get this first and then take it to the high school, show off the car a little bit. Then Briar, he's been doing all this stuff at school because he's still in school. He's a senior, and he's been at the shop class kind of working on this stuff behind the scenes again. It's been a long-term project. So we're trying to get this done before Briar graduates, but I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to happen?
It'll be close.
Yeah, we will be pushing it. But we're going to go get this engine first, and then the transmission ended up in a different place because his brother thought about using it for a project and then didn't do it. So a lot of driving around. The old Ram's getting some miles put on her today, which is nice because I just had to put a new injection pump in it. So this is kind of a test to see how well is it going to hold up. But anyway, first stop, let's get it. What we'll do is I'll put the tire on there and you get it to where it kind of sits where it needs to, I guess.
All right.
I'm watching you.
Got the engine up in the air. We're going back the trailer under it. So then we can just drop it right down and have the tire sitting there. And then we'll slide it up closer towards the front of the truck. Pick it up a little bit higher. Uh-oh. Might have a problem here. There it is. Engine on the trailer.
Let's go. 350.
Hey, mega horsepower right there.
I mean, nothing but, really.
You even got the turbo broccoli injection right there. Like
The what?
the turbo broccoli injection.
I don't know what's wrong with you. Who are you and why are you that way?
I'm sorry.
We gotta get this thing straightened down. We gotta go get a transmission. Anyway, this is supposed to be a 95, and it's a good little engine, I believe. He said it was sitting in a car, and then they decided to go with a different route. So hopefully, when we open it up, it ain't bad. But did I grab the one with the broken button? I think it'll be good.
We picked up the transmission, and now we are at our next stop, which is
A Chrysler.
oh.
So I've got a 65 Chrysler, and it's a 4-door hardtop. So it's very similar to this car. This is a 66 Newport, the sedan top. So it's not a hardtop, meaning that it has the pillars basically. So it's a post car. So we were just out here looking at it. Engine's locked up. I was looking for like, hey, it'd be a cool video, or maybe even just parts from my other car. So it doesn't spin. I tried it with the fan here, didn't work. But we do have a complete 383 2-barrel under the hood. It doesn't look bad, but this battery, I'm not telling how old this thing is. It's been there forever. I'd really be curious to know how long it's been sitting. But
It's straight and it's solid, but
yeah, it's really not. I mean, yeah, it don't have a lot of rust, it seems. But I mean, they're asking 1,000, and less than that is where I'm at. And I don't even know if it has keys. The interior isn't that great. It's got, see, my car's missing some dash pieces and stuff, and I was hoping to get some of that stuff from this car, but the dash pad's not good in this one either. The door panels really aren't that good. I'm missing the shifter column, like all the shifter mechanism, because my car, being a 65, was the last year for a push button transmission, but they didn't have push buttons. They had a column shift, but I have a 66 and later transmission with a slip yoke, and it's all the mechanism inside the column is goofed up. So I was thinking take the column out of this car and use all the linkages to make my transmission work, so where I don't have a shifter just sitting on the floor on a block of wood. But I don't know. I really don't know. I was hoping for the interior to really be nicer, but it's not. But the doors, the fenders and everything, solid, really straight. And it's got a good windshield. My car needs a windshield in it. So there's some good stuff here. It's just, how much am I willing to do? You know what I mean? Like, but I love the 66. Oh, here we go. We got a tag.
02.
Okay, not too bad. The 66 taillights I really like better than the 65. I just think they look cool. They got that nice little shape. But they're pretty much identical cars. The front and the rear end are just changed. So, what do you think, Robert?
I don't know. Maybe if they came down on the price just a touch.
Yeah, mine's rotted out in the exact same spot. Literally the exact same spot. And I stuck a Band-Aid over it. Identical rust. I guess it's just a common thing for these cars. The rocker, I mean, the car,
It's solid.
The fenders aren't rotted out. The rockers are nice. The doors are nice. I bet the trunk floor is good because that's how mine was. But I bet the floors are probably rotted out. It really isn't a bad car. So if it cleaned up, heck, we'll make us another police car. We'll have twins.
We're gonna have a whole forest by the time we're done.
Why not? The more the merrier, you know. And it's already white, so all you gotta do is just paint the black on it.
That's easy.
Easy peasy. Well, I guess we'll mull it over. We'll think about it. Maybe shoot him a low ball. Oh. So we got stopped by the owner of the property. She was wondering what we were doing, but we talked to her grandson, so we're okay to be out here. She just didn't know. So anyway, we see the car. We're good with it. They got some other stuff over there that we might go look at later on, but if they'll take a little less, we'll consider it. But as of right now, I don't know. She said that the car was sitting back there, and I guess it was buried up in all this stuff because they've been clearing out this property. So the car was sitting since 02, but behind the house, and they drug it up here as they're clearing out the property. So anyway, it's a cool little vehicle. I love these cars. It's just me and like one other person in the world who probably really love these cars, and I like it. I can't help myself with the 65 and 66. They call them slab sides because they're just so big, but I love them. So anyway, on to our next stop. We got to go deliver this engine and transmission, don't we? All right, let's do it. We're out here in just supreme farmland in the boonies. There were some doggos just laying there in the sun, soaking it up. And we're just out here hanging out. Briar's favorite day, he just gets to sit in the heat.
Oh, dude, it's nice. Yesterday was terrible. So we've got the engine and transmission dropped off now here, and this is the car I have been working on since, let's see, it's January right now, and we started working on it in this, like last June. So this is a 1957 Oldsmobile 88 in a 371 with a 371 V8 under here, but the engine we had obviously did not work out, so that's why we got the 350 and that 700 R4.
Well, now we're on our way to the final destination of the day. We dropped off the engine and transmission, and now we got to go get a car.
Hooray!
New project, something that's going to be on the channel. Hopefully a nice little will it run. So I'll show the car, you know, kind of give you an idea of what we've been doing with it, and showing us driving it, you know, back home with the trailer. But you'll have to watch the whole video on the main channel just to get an idea. But we've got to go get it here right now. It's probably about 20 more minutes away, but I'm really excited. This one's like, one of the cooler cars that we worked on as far as like desirable, because most of the stuff we worked on is cool, but nobody wants it. It's just me. So this one I think is actually, it's a little bit more desirable and a little more valuable. All right, Brian. What? Favorite British band?
Oh, this again. Def Leppard, obviously.
So we've had a debate.
Yeah.
Because I think also Def Leppard, but we've had some friends of ours who disagree and say that British bands don't belong in music history, because say American bands are better. Now, I'm not going to say who's better or who's worse, but they have their place. Of course, they obviously have their place. I mean, right now we're jamming to Led Zeppelin. Have you ever listened to Led Zeppelin?
Not a lot, but I won't turn them away.
Okay.
Because to be honest, I didn't know they were British until like last week. I didn't know it.
Well, I mean, if you had to, I mean, is there any other bands you didn't know were British? You knew the Beatles, right?
Yes, obviously.
Do you listen to the Beatles?
I did not think was British.
Really?
No, I did not.
Yeah, man. Old Pete Townsend.
Yes.
He's a Brit.
Anybody else? I don't know. No.
Well, Def Leppard's a good choice.
I love Def Leppard.
They're one of my favorites. I mean, the Pyromania album.
Great album.
Hysteria, second choice. I've always wondered about, there's like an old truck sitting right here at this house. This place has been abandoned forever, but it's an old Chevy truck, or Ford, sorry, just sitting there.
God, I can't believe it.
I ruined it. I'm sorry. And I'll tell you one thing, driving this diesel,
Can't hear anything.
it's so fun, but it's so loud. It makes so much noise. It's got 388,000 miles on the odometer. But that's not how many the engine has, okay? It's better in the transmission.
We swear, guys.
We swear. Yeah, well, that's what the guy told me I bought it from. Well, it runs like that, so it runs pretty good. But it's so loud. Well, here we are. This is a place that I've been to before. This is a 57 Chevy 4-door wagon. So we're actually gonna try and make this thing run. It's been sitting in a barn for quite some time, but it is a very, very solid and straight old car. The floors are pretty rough, but other than that, it is a very nice vehicle. So we're gonna load this thing up and get it home. I cannot wait. If you guys know, if you've been a fan for the channel for a while, this car is probably familiar. This is a 65 Dart that I traded to this gentleman for another car a while ago. I had traded in this car because he has this car. It's a 64 or 63. I'm not 100% sure, but this is the one I bought from Sleeper Dude that he got running on his channel. I used it for parts on some stuff and then traded him for a different car. But he's got quite a cool little collection here. It's a 57 Plymouth over there. It's really rough, but I really dig the wagon too. But we are gonna be loading up this 57, and that'll be the final thing we have to do today. I cannot wait to get this thing home and start working on it. I mean, look on the inside. Tons of parts. Floors are a little bit, you know, ventilated. That's okay. It smells like something died in here as well. But really, really nice car. Really complete. The worst part about it is that rocker. We'll have to figure out what to do with it, but you'll see all that on the main channel. Don't you worry. Oh, and it came with an extra set of 14s because something was up with those wheels up there because they leaked pretty bad. Look at that. What a car. There you go. Set up the camera. Got a couple different angles of loading it. One from the front, one from the rear as it was going on. And then obviously making fun of Briar trying to get out of the window. Because why wouldn't you, you know? So that one was good. Thankfully, this one held air. We're missing 3 studs. So we'll have to figure that one out. That's not good. What else? This tire over on this side immediately went right back flat. Like within 2 minutes, it was gone. Briar said it was leaking around the bead. So we'll take those wheels, because those wheels that were behind it, those over there, came with the car. So we'll probably just try and swap the tires over to it. Let me get my wheels and we're going. Successful mission.
Oh, yes, done. The UN.
It's easy, except for all the tires going flat.
Yes. Well, it's not terrible. I can stand it.
Yeah, yesterday we were outside in it and the sun was not out.
It was bad.
Miserable. Snow. Well, we didn't have any snow this time, but it was just ice and wind. Today was Much better. This morning was miserable.
It was pretty cold, like what, 6 degrees?
Yeah, and the wind chill was -5. That's not, it shouldn't be legal that it be that cold now, but we survived it, and we've got a 57 Chevy to show for it.
Not a bad deal.
No, could be worse, couldn't it?
Could be a lot worse.
Well, we made it back home, and unfortunately, my tractor's up there, and the battery terminal broke off. It was trying to crank, and then we wiggled the battery cable, and it broke. So we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way, tie it to a tree. So what we've done, we've ratchet strapped the back of the car to that tree over there, and we're just gonna ease it out very slowly and use the winch as our brakes, as in just a little bit at a time until we get it on the ground. And of course, I haven't rigged up my battery because I'm a bum, I guess. We had to use vice grip to get it all together. So let me put this thing up in neutral. It's in park right now. Park, reverse. Is that neutral? That feels like neutral. Okay. Oh! Briar's gonna slowly ease it forward while I let out on the winch. And it should land exactly where it sits. Hang on. Gotta steer the wheel a little bit. Huh. Ah. Well, as you can see here, we've got the Chevy inside the shop, and a lot of stuff has happened, but you'll have to wait to see what we have happened in the main channel video that's going to come out here shortly. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. Subscribe to this channel and the main channel. Turn on the notifications. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. T-shirts and stickers are down in the link below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.